Our viewers pulled it off for the second night in a row. Actually, today is Thursday, so the fourth night in a row. Thank you very much for these wonderful photos. Louise sent this photo of the evening sky in Fayetteville, and Goldie captured the sun before it went over the horizon with a blue sky here in Oak Hill. Absolutely gorgeous out this evening, and that continues. Yes, there's a roadblock tomorrow. Showers and storms right now across the Midwest ahead of a cold front. This cold front is set to move through between about 6 and 10 o'clock tomorrow evening. Right now we are all in the 60s, so it definitely feels like summer. 85 in Kansas City, 70 in Fargo. This little cool stripe of air moves through on Saturday, and then this big heat dome developing, 92 in Albuquerque, that heads our way once we get into Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. You can see the cold front. See this cooler than 24-hour ago air that's blue? That pushes through behind the cold front once we get into your Saturday. All right, folks, so let's set you up with what's going to happen. First of all, tonight we'll see temperatures down to 60 degrees, clear and pleasant on the roadways. You can see very little fog. This is the I-77 corridor. Tomorrow, 30% risk for a thunderstorm between 6 and 10 o'clock. I think the best chance will be Fayetteville up towards Summersville, Quinwood, and Richwood. Now, in any storm, winds will gust 40 to 50 miles per hour, but those storms will be far and few between. That's the good news. The squall line will be across Pennsylvania. Now let's talk your aches and pains forecast, sponsored by ARH, More for Appalachia. You will notice the pressure dropping tomorrow as the front comes through, and then it rises Saturday, and it stays elevated through most of next week as a heat dome. And you can see this heat dome setting up shop across the Mid-Atlantic all the way through next week. This is a sign when you have surface and upper level high pressure that you are going to see some very hot and humid weather. Now, this icon is for the gusty storms that will follow with a cold front, likely next weekend into early next week. That's the timing. The last time we had 5 days in a row with 90-degree weather in our region was back in 1988, but that was the middle of the summer after we had been acclimated to the heat just a bit. So this one's going to be a dandy for us. There we go, folks. 84 degrees tomorrow, a thunderstorm late in the day north of I-64. Refreshing on Saturday, 89 degrees on Father's Day, so make sure you hydrate if you take Dad out for a picnic. And then we are in the 90s Monday through Friday with heat indices several degrees hotter. Overnight lows in the upper 60s. There will also be some problems with air quality in some of the urban spots because of the light winds all week, and that pollutant builds up and it stays underneath that inversion all week long. So that's something to keep in mind. Make sure you hydrate, as we mentioned.
Yes.
And also with your pets, make sure you don't take them out on the pavement for an extended period of time during the day. Their paws can burn.
Yes, if your feet would burn on the pavement, so would their little paw pads. So just keep that in mind. The concrete and pavement can get super hot, even in temperatures like 60s, 70s. So with these 80s and 90s, it can feel bad. So if they don't want to go on the concrete, leave them off of it.
Exactly.
Perfect. All right.
And a little meteorology nerdy stuff here. When we look at 500 millibar charts, like 15,000 feet, we look at the height contour.
Okay.
So in most of the data that we looked at, it's between 597 and 600 decameters. Since 1950, that height contour has never been this far north. So this is going to be a historical heat wave east of the Mississippi River, guaranteed.
Wow.
Is this going to be like the worst one since 1988?
Probably, yeah.
Oh,
and we had that stretch of highs in the 90s, yes.
But this isn't just happening on our side, too. I mean, out west, I saw stuff in Arizona.
Yeah, all that heat's coming in our way.
Okay.
And then it's going to expand back into the southwest.
Wow. Yeah, it looks really bad out there right now. So if that's coming our way.
When the data comes in at the end of June, it's going to be the hottest June on record in the United States of America.
Are we going to see the hottest July and then the hottest August after that?
I think we're going to have the third hottest summer on record in southern West Virginia.
Like ever.
Like since records, began.
Wow. That's
what
rough.
that would mean, yes.
Can you lose your attitude?